Hey y'all, it's Heel Heat time.
Hi everybody and welcome to Heel Heat. My name is George Coles, and on this episode, we're going to talk about Easter. It is Easter morning 2019 at the time of this recording, and Jesus has returned. And no, we're not talking about Jesus from the Bible, we're talking about Jesus, the God of wrestling, CM Punk. If you followed this page for a long enough time, you will know that I'm a very huge CM Punk fan. He is one of my absolute favorite wrestlers of all time. And last night, at an MKE wrestling event, apparently CM Punk made his return under a wrestling mask to interfere in a match between the other two Second City Saints, Ace Steel and Colt Cabana. Now, I know you guys are going to say, I know all of the criticism because I've seen some of it already. It could have been anybody under that mask. Let me point out a few things here. Now, first off, there was a few interviews where Punk was asked if he'd ever consider returning to wrestling, and he basically said if I did, it would be to a local independent wrestling to help out a friend or to visit with friends. Something I would do unannounced, which would be what this was. Now, think of the two opponents, and I'm going to bring something up real quick. The two wrestlers in the match are his trainer and his estranged best friend, which I don't know if they patched things up or not, but hopefully they did. And I'm going to read this. This is from the guy that promotes and owns NKE Wrestling. You know him as Ring of Honor star Silas Young, who I believe is also a friend of CM Punk's. And this is a direct quote from his Twitter. Last night we had NKE Wrestling at the Knights of Columbus building in West Allis. The place was packed with 350 people. The place had 25 plus years of wrestling, and this is the place a lot of guys started. Guys like Colt Cabana, as well as a Punk who showed up in a mask last night. Now, again, could be another MacGuffin, could be they're all working us as fans. And I understand that. Then we have this video. As you can see from that video, there's a guy comes out in sweatpants, sweatshirt, and a wrestling mask and interferes in the match. Again, not super obvious other than the fact that he does the GTS in the match, that this is CM Punk. And he has the build of a CM Punk and who he's interfering with. The crowd, a couple people start yelling his name, as you can see in the clip. Again, not the most damning evidence, but here's the thing. Here is the thing that ties it all together that makes me believe that he actually returned. A kid named Brett Danner, and I hope he doesn't get a bunch of negative reactions to this because he's, again, just a kid, a high school kid. He posted on his Instagram a picture from a wrestling meet at West Allis High School, which, if you remember, we just talked about that's where this event was. he's standing next to CM Punk. CM Punk is wearing the exact same sweatshirt and sweatpants in the picture with Brett Danner as the masked wrestler in NKE Wrestling War. On the same day. Coincidence? Maybe. I just think there's too much there. There's too much. They're letting too much out to let us figure out exactly who that was under the mask without coming out and downright saying it. I couldn't tell you. I am so excited about this. And if this is just a one-off, it's a fun little one-off that he did. If this is the start of CM Punk coming back to wrestling, where there's numerous amounts of fans that want him back, and I know there's both sides. There's a lot of fans that soured on him after he left, and there's a lot of fans like myself that still think that he could do a lot of great things in professional wrestling that want him back. So, you can choose if you believe this is him or not. I truly believe it's him. I believe he's come back to wrestling at least for one night and hopefully more. Hopefully he decides to at least do a semi-regular schedule. And what better time to do it than right now? He could stick it to the WWE and show up at Double or Nothing or Fight for the Fallen or Fyter Fest or any of the AEW events, or even their first show on what's rumored to be one of the Turner networks, to give them a big boost. And I mean, the possibilities are endless. Possibility of this all could be them working us as fans, which there's a high possibility of that as well. But I don't think it is. I think this is a real deal. Hopefully he comes back. If he comes back, there's many places he could go now. Ring of Honor stronger than it's ever been. New Japan stronger in America than it's ever been, and stronger in Japan than it's been in a very long time. AEW is just starting up. MLW seems to have a decent size of viewers and a decent size fan base that could be an option as well. Even if he does just PWG events. There's so much out there he can do and add and bring back to pro wrestling that I think it's time. But anyway, before I ramble on, I just wanted to put this out there. I had seen this, and I wanted everybody to see this and see what I thought about it. Let me know what you think. Do you think that's actually CM Punk? Hit me up in the comments down here. Make sure you hit like, share, all that good stuff that all the other YouTubers tell you to do. This has been George Coles with my opinion on CM Punk returning to wrestling.